Okay folks, before we get started with the 16, let's go over the footwork a little bit. You'll see that on post 1, I'm going to start with the stance more open. And the reason being, on the corner post 1 and 5, you want to position yourself to shoot that sharp left bird or the sharp right bird. So I'm going to open my stance just a tad bit. You want to make sure that you look at the angle of the house. Some houses are pointed straight, some of them are a little angled to the left, some are angled to the right. This one happens to be angled to the left, so I'm going to position my feet more open here, but geared more towards that first, maybe that sharp left bird, okay? And the one thing that I want to get, I really want to emphasize is that you have to feel comfortable before you shoot. And what I recommend is that maybe 50% of your weight, maybe not even that, maybe 40 to 50% of your weight, if you're a right-handed shooter, you want to put that weight on that left foot. Okay, so what that's going to do is enable you to rotate your body and swing through that bird. So if I get a sharp right, if I get a right-hand bird on post 1, it's almost like a skeet move. You'll be able to rotate your body to the right. If you get any of the Harlan Campbell tapes, you'll see that he's pushing to the bird. And that's why you don't want to put a lot of weight on your, don't put over 60% on this leg. You want to have enough in reserve so that you're moving with that, with that bird. Okay, so here we are, we're on post 1. This is my footwork here. We're going to mount. Now remember, it's very important to remember when we go to the house, whatever my gun hold is on the house, that gun stays on that house until that bird clears the house and my barrel, and I can see the whole bird, and I drive to it and shoot through it, okay? Your hands, eyes, and brain will follow that, will take you to that bird. Your brain will tell you when to pull the trigger. Very important. Keep your gun hold down until you see that bird. Now, your eye hold should be just a little bit above the house, okay? And the reason for that is you want to slow that bird down. You don't want to see that bird coming straight out of the house. You're going to catch the streak, what they call the streak. And you'll have a tendency to want to chase that streak. You'll think the bird is going faster than what it really is, and you'll jump that bird and go right through it, I promise. So what you want to do is you come down on the house, left corner. Your eye hold is just above the house. Call for the bird. Your peripheral will pick the bird up if it's on the left-hand side. See the whole bird and swing through it. Now I promise the sequence is a lot quicker than I can talk about it, okay? So you'll just have to shoot and get used to that sequence. Some people can pick the bird up a little quicker. And as you shoot more and more trap, you'll find that you can pick that bird up quicker. Your tempo will naturally increase over time. So with that, you can see we've got an open stance. We're ready to go on post 1. Now we're going to give you the variations, 3 variations on post 1 of those 3 birds that you can expect. Remember that the red dot represents the bead on my gun, right here. Gun is empty. The bead on this gun is the red dot, okay? So we want you to get the feel for what that bird looks like in relationship to the barrel. But remember, eye on the bird, see the whole bird, swing to the bird and through it. Your brain will tell you when to pull the trigger. Okay, we're on post 2, and you can see my foot is aligned. What I do is I take the upper right-hand corner, I draw a diagonal line to the lower left-hand corner of the pad, and I draw a line right, and I let it go right through my body, the middle of my body. And again, I've got my weight, about 40% of my weight is on my left foot. I'm a right-hand shooter. So when that bird comes out, we're going to show you where to hold the gun. The gun will be positioned somewhere between the middle of the house and the left-hand corner. And you see, I kind of cheat a little bit to the left. That's just my preference, but you may want to be right in the middle there, between the middle and the left-hand corner. It's all what is more comfortable for you. Now, from 3, 4, and 5, you can expect your same footwork. What I do is I just draw a diagonal and let that go right through my body. Look at the trap house. If the trap house is a little tilted to the left, then what I'll do is I'll cheat a little bit here to the left, because you will still get a left-hand bird that's pretty extreme, not as extreme as on the first pad. So you want to be ready for that bird. But as you go more down the post, down the line, you'll find that you're positioning yourself more and more to the right-hand bird. So remember, this footwork is the same on 2, 3 of the house at each. Again, on 5, you're extreme. If that house is pointing more to the right, go ahead and cheat a little bit to the right. But for the most part, you should be okay. Remember now, on post 2, we're between the middle of the station and the left-hand corner. On post 3, we're going to be just to the right of the middle of the house, and you want to call for that bird. The reason you want to go a little bit right is you don't want your gun to block that bird, and if you block that bird, block it out, and you can't see it, you'll have a tendency to raise your head. On post 4, you're going to look between the middle of the house and the right-hand corner. On the extreme right, you're going to hold right on that right corner. Some people cheat a little bit and come out. I would recommend, if you're learning trap, you stay right on the corner. Later on, you can start holding your gun position in a more comfortable place for you, if that's what it takes. But I'd just go ahead and hold right on the right-hand corner. Remember, allow that bird to clear your barrel and the house. Move to the bird, drive through it, and shoot. Your eyes, hands, and brain will do the shooting for you. You remember, your gun is the target. Remember, gun empty. Remember, the red dot is my bead. So look, after the shot, I try to follow through on each one. I'll pick a chip and follow it to the ground. Make sure you see the relationship of the barrel to the bird upon the report or the shot. And you'll kind of get that in your brain. We want that to imprint in your brain. So if you go over every one of these shots over and over and over again, and you get yourself out on the range and you're shooting, it's going to implant into your brain, and it's really going to help your shooting. this series improves your shooting on the 16. Later on, we're going to get started. We'll start at the 20-yard line and move all the way back to the fence with every variation of shot you can imagine. With that, we'll see you at Hunt the Rackett.